What's up, guys? Hopefully you guys are doing well. I didn't necessarily want to chime in on this topic simply because a lot of people are talking about this, and you know, when something crazy is happening or when a news story breaks, such as this one, a lot of people make videos about this because it's trending. But I also feel like it's great that a lot of people are making videos about this for good reasons. A lot of people are coming out and talking about suicide, depression, and how it has affected their lives. If you don't know what has been going on, a couple of days ago, Logan Paul made a video being in what is called suicide forest in Japan, where a lot of people have been known to take their life in that forest. And during that time when he was in there filming, they discovered somebody that had taken their life, and they continued to film. There was a couple of jokes being made, and you know, eventually obviously the vlog went up online, and a lot of backlash obviously happened from the video, which has been taken down since, and rightfully so, obviously, because this is a very, very serious topic, both depression and suicide. And I obviously want to do this video because not just to talk about it, but actually relate it to my actual life. Whether he was actually trying to, in some sort of way, shine some light onto this topic, obviously failing in doing so. That being said, with what happened here, with the story that came out, a lot of people obviously have come out with their own stories and talking about suicide and talking about depression, which at the end of the day, obviously this is a very serious topic and a very bad story that happened, bad video that came out. A lot of people are talking about this subject, which is actually a good thing. The more people that actually start talking about depression and suicide out there, the more of a chance others that are suffering and watching can actually get help, can actually see the light and see that life is worth living. In 2002, a very long time ago, I know, I am pretty old nowadays. Furious Pete's an old bugger. I went through anorexia, and it was a very difficult time in my life. It was very difficult time right here, mentally. During that time, I did fall to depression. I was depressed both before and after being hospitalized for anorexia. I was hospitalized with anorexia at December 2002. I was 120 pounds, 6'2", and I was totally, I had a very big mental illness. That's what anorexia is. It's a very big mental illness. And as a result, I fell into this bubble where a voice was telling me different things. And very often, when somebody does fall into depression, a voice will start telling you different things. A voice will start controlling you. A voice will get louder and louder inside your head, telling you different negative things. Very often, it will be negative rather than positive, unfortunately. And, that can spiral out of control and eventually lead to what some people unfortunately have is suicidal thoughts. And I'll be honest and transparent here, and I don't think I've ever been this transparent in regards to this subject. In regards to this in particular, is the fact that I had suicidal thoughts. I had suicidal thoughts during those times. I got to the point where I just, I was, before I was hospitalized, I started thinking, I'm never going to be good enough, because I had this image disorder, this mental disorder, these thoughts inside my head that were telling me I'm never going to be good enough, that I'm never going to lose weight or look like this or just simply, I created a certain image in my head that I was trying to achieve, yet it was simply just an image that at the end of the day, when I look back, it was not an image that I wanted to, that just didn't make sense. That I shouldn't have been trying to achieve something like that, but I just fabricated an image that was not going to happen so that I could just continue just battling voices in my head to tell myself that I am pathetic, that I can't achieve stuff, and that I will always be a failure. And you know, that in turn, you know, leads you to be depressed, to be upset, and really does lead you to very, very negative thoughts. After the hospital, I had a roller coaster of struggles. You know, I left the hospital thinking that I could, you know, get over anorexia myself and no problem. And no, I had, you know, I was thinking positive things, negative things all the time. You know, there was times where I was just breaking in my head and just telling myself, I'm never going to get over this. Like that, this is just such a struggle, mental struggle. And then that, you know, I'm expected to get better by my doctors, by my friends, family, but inside my head, I don't want to. And battling those thoughts was just simply just not easy. You know, day in and day out, that shit was not easy. And that led me to a lot of very negative thoughts. But, you know, through the help of friends, family, some medication, that, you know, eventually those thoughts went away, or should I say they never really do go away. You know, the thoughts of depression, thoughts of negativity don't always just go away forever. You learn, you can learn how to figure them out and control them. And when they do arise, sometimes looking back on the past and looking back on how you resolve things the time before, you're able to overcome the negativity in the present. And it's very difficult. It can get very difficult, and the people that are suffering with it, I understand that it is not easy, and it is not easy whatsoever. I know others that do suffer from depression, and it's not easy. And the biggest thing that I will tell you right now is don't do it alone. If you are suffering right now, if you have any negative thoughts, especially if you are having suicidal thoughts right now, then seek help. It's not necessarily that you go to the doctor right away or something like that, because a lot of people have a fear of doctors and don't want to be open to medication right away or something. That's what they think. They think right away the only cure is, oh, I'm going to be drugged up and then I'm not going to have these thoughts and feelings. No, you can contact and talk to people. I think that is the biggest thing that everyone needs to understand and learn, is that they need to talk to people. The more you talk about what is going on, the more you can talk out the negativity. So whether it is your friends or family, you know, somebody close that you can trust, sometimes it's just one person that needs to know. That's it. Talk to them. You know, there is different websites out there and hotlines that you can call in, and you don't have to state your name, don't have to state anything, and they will listen to you and they will give you feedback, so that you understand that life is worth living, that these negative thoughts can be overcome, and you need to simply just find yourself. And I think that is the most important thing. So with Logan Paul's video coming out, obviously there was a lot of negative light shone on this, and it definitely didn't come out the way, hopefully, the way simply he intended it to. Like I said, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I like to do that with people I haven't met and don't know, and that's what I'm doing in this situation. I said I haven't met him, so I'm not going to make a final assumption. It was not a good video. It was content that shouldn't have been put online, but it was, and now we're at least able to talk more. So I'm trying to, with every negative situation, like when I went through cancer, many battles, right? I always try to turn negativity into positive things. And that's what we need to do here, is because there is a negative situation, we need to get as much positive out of it, right? I think that's the most important part. When I was going through cancer, there was a negative situation, but I was creating positive awareness and talking about subjects so that other people actually discovered that they needed help. And as a result, that was a positive thing. Even though they had to go seek treatment or seek help, they actually discovered that they had issues and had problems a lot earlier than they would have otherwise, and got help and have a much higher chances of survival. So in this situation, although it is a negative situation right now and a lot of negative light has been shone on it, let's let's take a step back and try and create something positive about it. And let's get more and more people talking about their experiences, their life experiences with both depression and suicide. And, I'm really talking about the bigger influencers out there, the bigger YouTubers out there that have gone through, these situations, that have gone through, these really negative situations, these negative. I almost call it negative, like partial lives, because you really, that is like a part of your life that you don't want to go back to, but it's something that you're always reminded of, especially in these kind of situations. You're always reflected on these situations. I can talk about this for a very long time. As you guys know, I've gone through a lot of negative things in my life. But I still sit here with a smile on my face, and I will always continue to sit here with a smile on my face, and I have to. And it's very important to do so. So even through the negative, you have a smile on your face. That is why I live by these 3 letters, D4L, dedicated for life. I am dedicated to life all the time, and I will continue to be dedicated to life for forever. Anyways, I just really felt the need to make a video to shine a message right here, and that's it. I'm Furious Pete. If you guys need help, if you are watching right now and you are suffering, seek help. I'll leave a link in the description to some decent places that you can seek help. Watch other videos, and I wish you the best. Life is worth living. Is